Okay, I think I'm live. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. Like a virgin, going live for the very first time. Like a virgin, when your internet connects to mine. Okay. Hey everybody, it's Caasi back again, live on the internet for the very first time in my life, fighting the urge to shut this whole shit down right now because the anxiety. I am a preparation girl. I write the video, I film the video, I edit the video, I make sure everything's right in the video, I post the video, I notice what's not right and try to get it better for the next video. I do not just come on off the top of my head, no script, just speaking, because I don't know what the hell I'm going to say and I don't know how the hell I'm going to say it. But I'm here because honestly, I don't know if this was going to get done any other way. So we live. In the beginning of January, I posted an Ask Me Anything video inviting my subscribers, people who watch me, to ask me anything in celebration of my 15-year lock anniversary, my 15-year anniversary on YouTube. In that video, I said I hope to come back at the end of the month with the answers. And the hope was true, but in terms of the action, the lie detector test determined that that was a lie. It is the end of April, and here I am. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get to answering the questions. It's 11 o'clock. It is Friday, April 25th, 2025. It's about 11:30 at night on the East Coast. I have work at 9 a.m. tomorrow, but that's neither here nor there because I was going to be up anyway. So uh, that was some ado, but without further ado, let's get to the questions. I got them all organized in this little PowerPoint for you. So here we go. So coming up, I've organized them. The first section is just statements without questions because I invited those too. Second portion is about me questions. Third portion is lock related questions. Fourth portion is fun opinion questions, as I'm gonna call them. Fifth portion is personal questions, which I said was fine. And sixth portion, I'll open the floor. If anybody happens to catch this live and like wants to ask me a question live, I'll open the floor. But let's get started, shall we? Very first, any disclaimer, any typos you see in these questions I'm presenting them as is. People make typos, it's fine. I considered editing the questions to make them not have typos, but why would I do that? Why would I do that? I don't need to do that. So, disclaimer. Very first statement is just 4 confetti emojis from Will R3711. Whoop, 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 whoop. Celebrating 15 years in the lot game, 15 years in the YouTube game. Thank you, Will. Second statement was anonymous, and this person said, "It is a great thing that you have been taking breaks and just checking back in from time to time. I love you for it. It's very beautiful. I mean, just you as a person, your personality and presence on this platform is just amazing. Hope to hear from you soon." What a sweet and loving thing to say. I really appreciate when people send me messages like this because I struggle a lot of times to see myself the way other people see me in like a positive sense. And I just, I look at myself and see everything wrong. So it's nice to know that, at least in some ways, I'm like, putting out positive energy and inspiring good feelings in people. So thank you very much, anonymous statement maker. And our next anonymous statement maker said, "I pray for you, praying for your healing and deliverance. You are loved and worthy of peace." Thank you very much. If you're familiar with the channel, you may be familiar with the shit show that my life has been for several years. Many losses, many pains. Yeah, it's been a lot. Sorry, I'm getting stuck thinking about everything. The most recent thing being that 6 months ago, my mom passed away. So it's been a lot, and I've talked about some of it on the channel. So thank you. Any prayers, any positive energy, any good wishes, any hopes, dreams. I take it all, and I appreciate it all. So thank you. Next, we have from Peaches007 Express, who says, I just found you this week and I am overjoyed. You have a beautiful spirit and it shines through your videos. I've shared some of your poetry with my sister and my daughter. I believe they will find you as enjoyable as I do. I'm 4 years dreaded and I'm loving it. As I said, I'm new finding you, but I'm invested. And Peaches also left me some advice for like washing my hair without breaking my body, which I appreciate. So thank you very much, Peaches. Again, I very much appreciate when people show me a vision of myself that I don't often see for myself. It's very encouraging, and it makes my heart feel full, and I appreciate that. So thank you. What do we have next? We have, okay, this person says, I lost a very close friend of mine after the new year. I talked to them New Year's Eve, and we were planning to link up this past weekend. Now, this was left in January when I first posted the AMA. General apologies to anyone who maybe left me something time sensitive. I'm sorry. Sorry. We were planning to link up this past weekend. They passed the second day of the year, and I've been having a hard time dealing with it. I've had a ton of losses in my life, but the sudden loss was a gut punch, and I have to deal with it and maintain my grief. Completely understood. I'm very sorry for your loss. As someone who has experienced great loss myself recently, I know how you're feeling, and I hope that in the time since you left me this message, that you've been able to allow yourself to grieve and to feel the pain. I hope you have people in your life who can support you and make space for your feelings. I hope you have time and space to be to yourself sometimes, and I hope that you still talk to your friend and feel the love that they have for you and the love that you have for them. And yeah, I'm very sorry for your loss. It absolutely sucks to lose people that you love. Death is inevitable, but it always feels too soon. And I'm sorry for you and anyone, myself, all of us in this boat of grief. Grief is like, I think I said this in the video when I talked about my mom passing, it's like a universal experience, but it's also very individual and isolating and unique to the person. So I hope on your journey through grief that you're able to care for yourself and get through it without hurting yourself or causing damage to your own life. Once again, I'm very sorry for your loss. And it's making me think about I'm like, I don't want to cry in this video because I've cried in too many videos. I mean, it's like 2 videos back to back that was just me talking about sadness and crying, and I don't want that to be my brand. Not that there's any kind of brand here. Like I don't want to get too deep into certain things because I'm not here to do that right now. I'm not here to shed tears, but my heart breaks for you, truly, and I'll be thinking about you, Anonymous. All right. Next we have, oh, okay. Now we're into the about me questions, I believe is the next section. So we have we have how are you doing? I put these together because they're similar. We have how are you doing? I reached out to you a while back, but I must have had the wrong email. We have are you okay? I obviously don't know you, but thank you for allowing us to ask you questions. Love you and bless you. And these are from Tip Top Mama and Tyler Burgess 3828. Thank you both for your questions and comments. How am I doing? Not well. Am I okay? No. um, yeah, like I just said, man, you know, I lost my mom in October, and I don't know. I don't know. Is probably is a full sentence. I've been isolating super hard. I've iced out like everybody close to me. It's not good. Probably doing active damage to my relationships as we speak. But I've just receded into myself, and it's it's like it feels good, but I don't know if it's good for me. Um, I'm not doing the greatest job at taking care of myself. Recently learned that I've gone down 2 dress sizes just off straight depression and not eating. And so like things could be better. But I'm here. Clearly I'm still myself. But I'm like a different self as well. Um, Unfortunately, my mom passing away is not the only difficult loss I've dealt with in the past couple of years. So, but it's the most difficult. Uh, but it's been a lot of stuff. I need medical attention, and I will seek it. But like, I need medical attention. I'm not okay. Um, the email thing, you didn't have the wrong email. It's not. You didn't have the wrong email. I looked back in my email after seeing this question and was like, oh, shit. So entirely my bad. Entirely my bad. I didn't know if I should write back or make this video first. I don't even know. You did not have the wrong email. Tip Top Mama. And thank you for the love and the blessings, Tyler Burgess. But yeah, to be real, I'm not okay, but I'm okay, but I'm not okay, but I'm okay. That's me. I don't know what I'm here. That's all I can. That's whenever somebody asks me how I am, and I don't know what to say because I don't know how I am. The answer is I'm here. I am here. So hey, what's up? You know that's how I am. Yeah, thank you both for these questions. Next, we have how old are you now? I'm 33 and I'll be 34 in July. Mhm. Mhm. How old do I look? I know I kind of have a baby face, but I feel like I'm coming into my maturity maybe. How old? If I didn't say I was 33, if I was like I'm 25, would you be like, yeah, it seems legit, or would you be like, bitch, like, like what? How old do I look? Let me know. But I'm 33, and this was an anonymous question. And we also have, are you currently in school? No, I got my bachelor's after like 12 years of trying in 2022. 13 years actually, because I first went to college in 2009. Finally got my bachelor's in 2022, and I haven't been back to school since. Don't know if I'm gonna pursue further, like a master's or a PhD even, because as much as I love to learn, I love to learn. I love all the things I read in school, all the concepts I come across. Like I love that shit. but the school environment just stresses me out illogically. Just the nature of assignments and like classroom interactions. It there's a reason why it took me 13 years to get my bachelor's. So, if I'm gonna get other degrees, it's probably going to take another 13 or so. Uh, but so I'm not currently in school, but I was in school on and off for a long ass time. Got that degree though. And what do I do in my spare time now? Also an anonymous question. I think these were all in one message, but I like separated them out. Um, I do the same things I've always loved to do in my spare time. I listen to a lot of music. I read books. I watch YouTube videos. I make YouTube videos. Wish I would be doing that more often, but this is something I do in my spare time. Now that the weather's nicer, I like to go outside and just sit and enjoy the weather, walk around. I smoke. I'm a chill bean. I don't do a lot of crazy things. I guess I still love to learn, so I'm always like reading about something. Going down a rabbit hole on some topic. Yeah, but that's what I do in my spare time. I'm trying to think. I'm like, oh, I go to concerts. If that's in terms of like less boring things. Concerts are my big thing in terms of going out, events. I'm a concert girly, so that's another thing. And I like to cook as well and cook new things, and I like to shop, but I don't really have money. So I love to thrift, but I don't really have money. And thrift stores in Philly aren't great, but when I'm more apt to go outside and do things, those are more the things I like to do. Concerts, thrifting, other kinds of shopping, going to parks, hikes, just walking and enjoying the world. Nothing too crazy. But those are the things I like to do in my spare time. Thank you for asking. And someone asked, do you know if you have any Southern African heritage? You look so Southern African, although I know Black Americans usually have West African ancestry. Love you and hope you're doing well. Thank you for the love. Love you right back. In the capacity that I can as an anonymous person on the internet. But I have no idea, to be real with you. I know precious little about my African ancestry. Like a lot of Black Americans, I know that there's like some Native American in my family, and not in some like mythical. There's Indian in my family somewhere, in the sense of like my great grandmother was like a Native American, or was a great one of these grandmothers was like a Native American or like half Native American. There's like some French. I haven't done the whole family tree thing. I'm sorry. Am I a bad Black person? In that sense, yeah, because that's probably something I should do. Luckily, my family, there are people in my family who do that stuff, so I know there are people to reach out to learn more. But even so, I don't know how far back we go. I know we have like a lot of our American history, but I really don't know much about our African ancestry. Someone else on the channel had asked me in a couple comments if I am, now I don't want to say this wrong, so I'm gonna just spell it, the XHOSA, like Xhosa is probably incorrect pronunciation, but I think that's a South African ethnicity. I'm not sure. I'm saying a lot of stuff that I'm not sure about because I'm live and I didn't do any research or prep beforehand. So this is what you're getting. But yeah, I maybe, could be, who knows? I don't. Wish I did. Maybe one day I'll learn. Thank you for asking. On to the next question. All right. Are you on another social media platform? Not really, but I have prepared something just for this question. So, okay, I did prepare a couple things. I did prepare a couple. I prepared this like streaming thing. I've never done this before, so this is the part I prepared. Hopefully, it's working. Hopefully, y'all can see me. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can see the PowerPoint. You know, I might watch this back and it's just me silent in a chair with nothing on the screen. That would be great. But let's see if this works. So I have a browser open that has, I don't even want to call it social media, but okay, here we go. So social media, not really. I have an Instagram account, Instagram.com. You wouldn't type that on your phone. This is a browser, but Instagram CCCQQQAA. You see, there's nothing on it. There's nothing on it. This is my public Instagram. I have a private Instagram. There's also nothing on that. I don't even go on. I used to use Instagram to like look at other stuff. I don't even really do that anymore. But it exists. Will I ever use it? I don't know. I have a SoundCloud. This is more likely to get use. Music. That's something I'm more interested in and more likely to post. I've actually posted here within a year. I posted this 1 year ago. So SoundCloud.com, CCCQQQAAA. Who's on SoundCloud? No one. Me. If you're one of the 10 other people on Earth who uses Tidal as their main streaming service, you can follow me on Tidal. You can search my name, caasi Q. I'm also known as user 5427936 on Tidal. I have public playlists and some evolving playlists on Tidal, and they have little things you can show, like your things you're listening to lately. Like, it's kind of cute, but I don't think anybody's really using the social part of Tidal. But hey, other 10 people on Earth who use Tidal, you can follow me on Tidal. Most people use Spotify. You can follow me on Spotify. I also post public playlists on Spotify. These are shorter and I don't update them. I only have 2 for now, but there will be more. I don't make a whole bunch of playlists I do make a whole bunch of playlists all the time. I don't make a whole bunch of public playlists all the time. But I have my playlist for the healing, which is on YouTube as well, or like half of it is, because the other half was not getting past the copyright. Playlist for the healing 2, which I haven't posted on YouTube. I posted on Spotify and Tidal. I just made that like a month ago. It is, let's see, what did I put? Okay. This collection of songs, mostly R&B, some hip-hop, a little rock and pop, travels through the rage, grief, and complicated lingering feelings surrounding a traumatic breakup. Shed the bitter tears and remain sweet. Curated by CQA, cover art by Lee Wright. Yeah, this is 36 songs, a lot of feelings. But that's my most recent public playlist on Spotify. So if you want to follow me on Spotify, hey, sure. I'm Sequinne, CQUINNE. Have that. But other than that, I don't really have other social media, because what do I need besides YouTube? I can post whatever I want on YouTube. With the community tab, that's my Instagram. I can post pictures, I can post text, I can post videos. What else? Why else do I need to be anywhere else? The thought might be to reach a wider audience, but do I want to reach a wider audience? Is that why I'm here? Not really. So, if at some point I'm like, hey, I want to reach a wider audience, maybe I'll post something on that Instagram. Or I don't really see it for TikTok. I know that's the place to be, but good God, I don't know, man. But do you think I should be on another social media platform? Which one and why? And what makes it better than YouTube? Because right now I'm fine on YouTube. But yeah, so no, the answer is no. I showed you I got a SoundCloud. I have a Instagram I don't use. I have I'm on Tidal and Spotify because I listen to a lot of music. Oh, I have last. Oh, okay. No, now nobody. Okay, back to the browser. Hold on. Nobody uses Last FM. People do, but nobody I know. But I have Last FM. My username is Spiffy Unstable, and this is a website where you track the music you listen to. It requires a little bit of effort to set up, but oh my god, I love this. Yeah, it just tracks what you listen to. You can follow people. People can follow you. If anybody's on Last FM, you can follow me on there. I'm really showing my age here, but whatever. So there's that too. But other than that, there's really not much else. Let me know if you think I should expand my social media horizons. Cause I'm not super convinced. Okay. Next question. Oh, all right. We have relationship status asked by J Dreddy 9048, and then we have relationship status and what is your type asked by Anonymous. I'm single. I'm single as fuck. I'm single on purpose. I'm single. I'm single. I'm single, and I'll probably be that way for a while. Mhm. Mhm. What is my type? My type is mature, emotionally intelligent, clever, uh, has a wide ranging sense of humor because I have a wide ranging sense of humor, so can laugh at highbrow comedy or lowbrow comedy or whatever in between. Uh, my type is probably sensitive. My type can talk about their feelings. My type can engage in healthy conflict. Uh, my type ain't on no bullshit. Like, you know, there's a lot of answers to this question. If you're talking about like strictly physical type things, I'm not like uber duper. I don't have like a person needs to look like this. In terms of men, I like I tend to zero in on big brown men with long hair and or glasses. With non men, I just tend to like with women, I like masculine women, and with men, I kind of like maybe a more feminine man. I don't know, girl. Um, what is my type? What is my type? I can't say I don't have a type because whenever I like show my best friend a picture of someone I think is attractive, she's like, "Yeah, that tracks." So I'm gonna say with men, which is all I've really dealt with, even though men aren't the only people I'm attracted to. It's like big brown men with long hair and or glasses. I'm just into that. But you don't have to look like that for me to be attracted to you. I find beauty in everyone, honestly. I think just the wild variation in the ways people can look is beautiful in and of itself. So it's I'd be hard pressed to call somebody ugly unless they're like ugly in spirit too. Uh, does that answer the question? Maybe this is the type of thing I would like to write and then say and edit and record, and not have to talk about live because I like to really think about this kind of stuff, but you don't have time to think about stuff on live because you're just sitting there, looking around thinking. But I think I've given an answer to satisfy myself. Uh, Yeah, hopefully it satisfies you too. You're anonymous anyway. You might not even watch this. But yeah, relationship status, single AF. What is my type? All that stuff I said before. Oh, next up. Do you have children? No. And that was asked by Anonymous. Do you want to have children in the future? If so, how many? And that was asked by Dandelion Dragon 1618. Let me just say, Dandelion Dragon 1618 carried this AMA. She asked me so many questions, and I appreciate every single one of them. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, Back to the question. I want to have children in the future? No. If so, how many? Zero. Um, I absolutely do not want to birth any children. I have really strong feelings about it, and not just about me having children, but about people having children in general. And I'm not here to talk about that right now. But no, I don't want to have children. I hope to get my life in a stable enough place that I can become a foster or adoptive parent to like older children, like, preteens, teens, kids who are on their way to aging out of the system, stuff like that. But I'm definitely not there yet, and that's okay. But in terms of like birth and making new people to add to the world, I'm not into that. I'm not gonna be doing that. Considered it, came to the conclusion it's not for me. And every day I'm very happy that I don't have children. So it's good to be happy with your decisions. uh yeah. Okay, another one from Dandelion Dragon 1618. Do you consider yourself an omnist, or do you practice a certain religion, or do you just see yourself as spiritual, not adopting any religion? I feel like I am a true agnostic in the sense that I don't know what the fuck is going on. Anything could be true, anything could be a lie. I don't feel like I'm important enough, big enough, knowledgeable enough to claim to know the truth about anything beyond my human perception. It could all be real, it could all be fake. I don't know. I don't know. It's, I think it's nice. It's nice to believe in anything. Faith, faith brings people a lot of inner strength and resilience through troubles. But I have never been one to have super strong faith in any spiritual system, be it, an organized religion or the woo woo frou frou. It all kind of raises question marks in my head, but I'm always like, hey, could be. I just don't know. I claim I don't know. Um, and I'm not very spiritual. I have a lot of trouble connecting with my spiritual side. I'm a very like concrete science, history, psychology. Like I'm that type of person. I might use spiritual language sometimes, but I try not to use it too much. And when I do, it's usually tracing back to some like psychological concept, uh, because a lot of times people who are super spiritual, it's like the things they talk about a lot, I don't know, kind of go in a circle a lot. And a lot of it, I'm like, these are psychological concepts that if you were more familiar with the science of like the way the human brain works, of like social psychology, the way people interact, like there's so many like spiritual concepts that I feel like are just psychology, or psychiatry sometimes. But so I'm that type of person. I'm not like I said, I'm agnostic. I wouldn't claim to be a full-on atheist because I don't know. Again, I don't think I have the qualifications to claim that I know whether these things are true or not. So I'm not necessarily a believer, but I'm not an atheist either. I'm agnostic. I don't fucking know. So that's what I consider myself. Uh, I'm the crazy thing is not crazy, but because it's pretty typical. But I'm like surrounded by Christians. Like nearly everyone close to me is like a Christian, and that's interesting. So I personally have a lot of critiques of Christianity because I know the most about Christianity. But I'm sure if I grew up around Islamic people or Jewish people, I'd have similar critiques there. So I can't claim that like Christianity is the worst either because I know some people say that. I think organized religion in general is pretty bad. I think there are some facets of religion that are clearly man-made, and I don't know why people keep holding on to them. But it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. I'm just over here. I'm like, hey, whatever. I'm an agnostic. I don't know. I'm not here to argue with anybody about their beliefs because why? I don't. Why? I have my life, my after the things I've experienced, my scope of needing to engage with people is just a lot smaller. I don't need to engage with people or have debates about anything. I never really liked debating to begin with, so if anybody wants to debate me on my religious beliefs or lack thereof, I'm gonna be debating the wall because I'm sure, why not? That's my response. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. All right, moving on. That's me. So yeah, that is how I consider myself spiritually. I do wish I could like feel more of that. Seems cool. Seems fun. Maybe one day. Oh, now on to the lock related questions. How did you start your locks? Beautiful crown, by the way. And this was asked by Charlton Moore 3914. Thank you for the question. I did not start my locks super intentionally. I didn't like go to a salon. I didn't. No one knew. I went to my aunt's house one day, and she was gonna two-strand twist my hair because I just wanted her to two-strand twist my hair. I don't know if I knew going in that I just wasn't gonna take them out and I just didn't tell anybody, or if I decided afterwards that I just wasn't gonna take them out. I'm not sure. I think maybe I knew, but it was literally 15 years ago, so I can't remember exactly what I was thinking at the time. But all I know is that she put these two-strand twists in my hair, and I just never took them out. It was December 2009. I was in my very first semester of many of college, and yeah, I was ready to start locks. So I think I knew I was gonna take them out, but I didn't tell her. But yeah, that's how they started. Thank you. Okay, we have this anonymous question. I've seen a group of YouTubers cut their locks. What inspires you and keeps you connected to yours? Sidebar, you and your locks are hella beautiful. Congrats on the 15. Thank you. So I think the very first answer is like maybe controversial because some people don't feel this way about locks, but the ease, the ease and the convenience. I'm not, I've never been a like do my hair type person. I never really developed those skills. And when I'm like getting ready in the morning, I'm often rushing because I don't like to wake up early. So in terms of like going to work, like tomorrow I have work, or it's midnight, it's past midnight. So today I have work at 9 a.m. When I get up, I'm a shower, get dressed and everything, but I don't need like this hairstyle right here. I could do this in 3 minutes flat, and I'm out the door. If I really super don't have time, I can just leave out the door and put my hair up when I get to work, or not, because it's fine either way. Because I don't. There's no. It's easy. It's so easy for me. For me. Now, people with more maintained locks who like feel a way about parts and whatever the fuck. I don't know what people. The frizz. Uh, the things people are concerned with. If I was more concerned with that type of thing, maybe I wouldn't feel this way, which is why I said it might be kind of controversial, because some people are like, locks are not a low maintenance style. And I'm like, they are though. They are. But so the ease keeps me coming back for more. Like, I love this. The thought of like having to do my hair, terrifying, horrifying. Like, the time I would lose, the stress, like, uh, whether I was just loose natural, or if I had a relaxer, like, I don't know what the hell, I don't know what to do with hair besides buns and little pony. I can do stuff like that, but I don't know, man. I don't know what it would be like. I feel like I'm either gonna have locks, or I'm gonna be bald, or have a really short cut. Cause what am I supposed to be doing with an afro? I don't have time. I don't have time. My best friend has beautiful natural hair, and it's long and full. And when I watch her do her hair, I'm like, girl, I just don't. I really value my time, and and I feel like I'd rather spend my time doing other things. So I really like locks for that reason. But on a deeper note, as I've said before, I am not my hair, but my hair is me. As in, it is a part of me. It is a big part of how I choose to express myself and present myself physically in the world. And I feel like it fits me. It fits my personality. It fits my values and beliefs. It fits my heritage and culture. It fits. It just goes. And I'm not bored with my locks. I don't feel like, oh, I need to do something. If I want to do something different, I'll put the effort in and put like some style in my hair. I'll like do some curls or some braid something. I don't know, but like, I don't want to get rid of all my locks. At least not yet. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't have the feelings. Well, actually, recently I did have kind of a crisis where I considered cutting my hair off, but it was for all the wrong reasons. It was a very self-destructive urge. When a lot of people get rid of their locks, it's more of like a self-claiming or like a self-freeing thing, but this was like a self-destructive. And coming out of that, it's like I want to hold my locks even dearer and closer to me, because in that moment, me wanting to cut my locks was like me wanting to hurt myself, and like, that's not cool. So yeah, I hope this answers the question, because these are the words I have for this question. The things that keep me connected to my locks: the ease, the meanness of it all. It just, I love them. I love them, and I don't want to get rid of them. I commit. I'm very much about commitment, so I don't mind sticking with something, for a long time. So here I am, 15 years later. Thank you for your question. Can you show us how you wrap your locks? I wish I could follow up with this person, because do you mean how I wrap my locks like with yarn, like my individual locks to like do color highlights, or do you mean like how I do a head wrap type style? Because those, you could mean either one of those things. My solution to this is that I can show you both of those things. Not right now, sorry, because I don't know when. Because Lord knows, there is no schedule here. But yeah, I'll show you. I can make a little video, and I guess it'll be good for people who don't really know what they're doing, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I just be doing stuff. So yeah, I can show you how I wrap my locks. I can show how I wrap individuals. I can show how I wrap them all in a style. Yes, it'll happen eventually. Okay. Oh, all right. So we have. I'm gonna just read these out first. So we have Peace Caasi. This is a fellow from Brooklyn. Just wanted to know if you were still getting it in with the bars every now and then. I really like the way you put the words together and appreciate your vibe artistically. Shaba. And this is from Warren Britt, aka Warren Entertainment. And then we have, wow, I haven't seen one of your videos all year. It's been too long. That's a January joke. The January joke. Congratulations on 15 years and still here. Have you heard any dope music lately? Have you made any dope music lately? And this is from Kim, Metamari, The Bull, The Man, the Myth, the Legend. So, okay. I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm gonna try not to go off too bad. But both these guys are internet friends of mine, I guess you could say. Warren, I actually met in person, and I'm trying to remember. I was trying to remember earlier if I met him in person first or on the internet first. I'm gonna say probably in person. There was a year when I was following POS around. POS is a rapper, and I found myself in Brooklyn. I wasn't really following him around. I went to like 3 shows. It was following for me. I don't have a whole lot of money, so like 3 shows is that's a lot. So, but I found myself in Brooklyn, and that's where I met Warren. And Warren is like, in my mind, Warren's like the king of concerts in Brooklyn. Like I think this man goes to like every hip hop concert, some like rock concerts, and he posts all the live footage on his YouTube channel. So if you were there, you can go like relive it. If you want to see what this person's like live, you go see. And I think that's how I discovered his YouTube channel, because I had went to find footage from the show I was at, and it was like his channel, and I was like, oh, this is the guy I met. I think that's how we met. It was a very long time ago. But Warren's cool. Warren also makes music. Warren, if you're watching this, I need you to do something for me. I need you to do something for me if you feel like it. I need you to make a playlist on your channel that just has all your stuff in it. Because sometimes I go to your channel and I have to I gotta search through all these videos to find your music and your stuff, because it's in between all these concert videos. And you know, concert videos are great. I think those are great for like historical documentation and just, you know, hip hop. Well, not just because it's not just music lovers, live music lovers, but it's hard to sort through all the. Sometimes I just want to find the Warren Britt stuff. You know what I mean? I just want to find the Warren Britt stuff. So if you can make that playlist for me, or even make another channel where you post all your own videos too, like a second play. You don't have to do any of these things, but I would love that as a person who goes on your channel to find your stuff. But thank you for this question. And then Kimetta, also internet friend, Kim commented on one of my very first YouTube videos where I was rapping on a beat that my friend Phil made, and I was like practicing ad libs. It's really fun. It's funny to me. I don't know. I'll go back and listen to it. It's just hilarious. Um, I'm, I'm like, should I play it right now? No, that's not what we're here for. Um, but he commented on that, which led to me finding his music and really enjoying it. And then I included one of his songs in like my 1 year lock anniversary video. And we just been like internet friends. And it's just cool to internet music friends, what I mean to say. Because there's other people on the internet who I've like, but these are like music friends, like people who make music. Who like acknowledge that I make music, even though I'm like these. I feel like these people actually make music, and I like pretend to make music. But that's probably just me, being down on myself. But reeling the tangent back in, I love these guys. Thank you both for your questions. Now I'm gonna answer the questions. So, starting with, have I heard any dope music lately? Absolutely, all the time. Mick Jenkins' album, The Patience, it's so good. It's so good. It is so good. The album is so good. The album's really good. That's the first thing I thought of with this question of, have I heard any dope music lately? Che Noir, she is so good. I'm like, do I have other words? Che Noir is a rapper um, who has a lot. So, like, I didn't just discover her, but she's been out. Like, she has a pretty, I'm not gonna say massive because that's a big word. That's maybe too big, but a pretty substantial body of work that I've gone through and listened to. And as you may or may not know, I'm a huge proponent of female rap, non-male rap, female and queer rap. I'm a huge proponent. So Che Noir is so good, as well as Love the Genius, who signed under Conway the Machine, who I've also been listening to a lot of Conway the Machine. Really like him. Liked him before, like him more now. Might be my favorite member of Griselda. Is Griselda still a thing? They're still a thing, right? They didn't break up. I don't keep up, but so albums, Mick Jenkins' The Patience is probably like my favorite full album I've listened to lately. Artists I've been listening to: Che Noir, Love the Genius, Conway the Machine, Pusha T. I went on a whole Pusha T. There was like 2 months I was just listening to Pusha T. You can look back on my last FM to see the music I was to, but it's there. I've also been on a pop music kick lately. Just kind of, pop music's not really my thing. In terms of like the major genres, I'm probably like hip hop, rock, R&B, then pop. Maybe even country before pop. I don't know. They're like the same. They occupy the same space in terms of like huge genre. I don't know, there's subgenres and subgenres and subgenres, but you know. So pop music isn't super my thing, but like I do like a lot of it, and I started off looking at the pop music like I grew up with. I was like listening to more. Britney Spears was like my first. Britney Spears, Baby One More Time was actually the first CD I ever bought, but I hadn't listened to a whole bunch of other Britney Spears albums. I was listening to Britney Spears, and just kind of going off from there. I've been listening to a lot of like 2010s pop, and then like modern pop. I listened to like Olivia Rodrigo. Not super into like Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, been on a pop kick as well. I don't know if that's dope, if I would consider a lot of it dope, because I gotta wait. A lot of things I don't like. I to be truthful, I skip a lot of songs. When I find songs I do like, it's great. And as to be expected, I tend to prefer darker pop, music with darker themes, with less sunshiny sounding music. That more I like more like in the club at 2 a.m. and the floor is sticky type pop music. But it's been fun getting into pop recently. Have I made any dope music lately? And am I still getting it in with the bars every now and then? Absolutely. I am compelled to write. It's not even. It's just something I have to do. Certain experiences I have, it just comes out of me, and the words are my thing. So yeah, I'm sitting on some stuff. To be real, I'm sitting on some things. I have like at least an EP's worth of like I'm not gonna say songs, cause I'm not gonna say songs, but like an EP's worth of like something about like the breakup I went through. Uh, I got ideas. I got verses written. I have things recorded. Yeah, I still do it because it makes me feel alive. Haven't put anything out because reasons. because reasons. Um, Mainly because I'm seeking a higher quality sound, but I haven't actually taken action to procure that higher quality sound. So that's on me. And then I teeter on the brink of like, fuck a high quality sound, just put it out. But that's what I've been doing, and then I've been unsatisfied. So you know, I'm fighting myself. But yeah, I appreciate both of you so much for actually asking me about my music and my art, because it means a lot to me. Even though it's not the most popular thing on my channel, but it's my favorite thing on my channel. And yeah, thank you both for the questions. I hope to work with you both one day. Honestly, you're both very cool and true lovers of hip hop, and I appreciate that. So thank you for your questions. Next up, we have, what are the pros and cons of? Oh yeah, these are now we're into fun opinion questions. So what are the pros and cons of living in Pennsylvania? Which towns do you recommend moving to besides Philly? So I don't know where I ever gave the impression that I've lived all over Pennsylvania. The cities I've lived in include Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Richmond, Virginia, and Kansas City, Missouri. I've not lived anywhere else in Pennsylvania, and I don't think Pennsylvania's that great. I don't. Like, we don't have the best laws. We don't have the best, like, we got farms and corn and Amish people. We're a red state. Yikes. We're behind in a lot of stuff. I don't know where you want to live in Pennsylvania. All I know is Philly. I know I'm in Pennsylvania. I know I'm in Pennsylvania, but like, I'm in Philly. If Philly is not Pennsylvania, so I don't know what to tell you, man. Pros and cons. It's nice location wise in terms of like, you can get to like the DMV area pretty quickly. You can get to New York pretty quickly, and you can drive all up and down the East Coast. It's nice being on the East Coast. You get all 4 seasons of the weather if you're into that. That's a con for me, but maybe it's a pro for you. There's probably some legal stuff, but I don't know. Pennsylvania's not that great. Cons of living here. Again, well, if you're in Philly, Harrisburg, which is our capital, does not give a fuck about Philly. Like, Uh, Philly is a major city in America, man. I don't know what else to tell you. All the pros and cons you could think of. But in terms of Pennsylvania, the state, IDK, IDC, like Pennsylvania. Are you looking to move to Pennsylvania? Why? All right. Next question. What's your favorite color other than black? And this is from the AMA Goat Dandelion Dragon 1618. Who I don't appreciate being called out like this because I don't think I've ever actually said that my favorite color is black. Isn't that obvious? But maybe I have said it. But yeah, my favorite color is black. My other favorite colors include green, purple, and yellow. I really like uh, electric neon lime greens. I like bright sunshine yellows, and I like cool, rich purples. But I also like, the other shades too. But if we're getting specific, and over the years, blue is creeping up, and I mean like all the shades of blue. Like blue is a nice color. So if I had to have a top five, I think blue would pop in there too. Um, yeah, green, purple, and yellow. Purple, yellow, and green are my other favorite colors, other than black. And blue to round out the top five. And if it's a top six, pink. But that at this point, I'm just ranking colors at this point. So if I had to pick one of my second favorite colors, it it might be yellow or green or yellow in the number two spot, and then like purple third. But I don't know, man. I love colors. Colors are great. I love bright colors. Bright colors are my favorite. I really don't like pastels that much. Me and pastels, it's not my thing. I'm like just now getting into neutrals, but for the majority of my life, it's like I'm either wearing all black or I'm wearing a fucking rainbow, and that's how I like it. Now I might wear neutrals too, but I still don't really fuck with pastels. But too much information. Favorite colors other than black, but that's the point of the live. I can just talk. It doesn't really matter how long it is because I'm not gonna edit this. It's just gonna be out there. Thank you for your question. What's your favorite movie and why? What's your favorite genre of film? Again, from Dandelion Dragon 1618. My favorite movie is Kill Bill, and that would be part one and part two because it's supposed to be one movie, but they had to cut it in half because it's too long for the theaters. But if I had to pick one over the other, it would be part one. But when I say Kill Bill, I mean volume one and volume two. That's my favorite movie. Why? It just has everything I love. It like the cinematography is beautiful. It's just visually stunning. It's a classic revenge tale of a woman, done wrong, and it like has so many different like genre beats to it. There's like a it's like an action movie. It's like a western. It's like a kung fu flick. It's like a drama, like a family drama revenge tale. There's an animated portion. Like it's so good. Like I fucking love that movie. Like Kill Bill is so. And then the story, like every actor did their job. Like they knew the assignment. It's so good. I love Kill Bill. And I could just watch it again and again. So that's my favorite movie, Kill Bill, both volumes 1 and 2. As one movie. If I had to pick one, it'd be volume 1, but both of them though. My favorite genre of film, probably like action, like action thriller type movies. From like the less serious action movies to like more thriller serious type movies. I I like those kinds. Maybe those are two different genres. Maybe action and thriller, but I also like thrillers with action and actions with suspense. So thrillers and action movies. Um, like a prototypical movie for me is like The Transporter. Just like, you know, here's a man with a job to do and a gun and a car, and he gonna get the job done. Like the classic, you know, stuff blows up, fights, happy ending, or you know, random ending. None of it really matters because it's kind of silly overall. Movies like that I really enjoy. Fast and Furious, I love all that stupid shit. I love it so much. All those movies. So yeah, I like movies like that, or I like a lot. Those are my favorite kinds of movies. Just kind of action movies, and then I like, you know, thriller, suspenseful movies as well. And yeah, those are probably my favorite genres: actions and like thriller, suspense. Everything else is after that. Face Off is one of my favorite movies. I just to give you an idea of like movies I like Face Off, great movie. Well, and Nicolas Cage in general, like that man, it makes me laugh from deep within my body in every movie he's in. Okay, but yeah, those are my movie picks. All right, Dandelion Dragon, 1618 yet again. Like I said, she carried this AMA. Who is a musician who passed before you were born that you wish you could have seen in concert? Now, this question was hard as heck because when I went to thinking about it, everyone I thought about died after I was born. And I was like, well, shit. I don't know much about musicians that died before I was born, or like, I haven't kept that knowledge as close to me. So, after considering it, I'll have to say someone like Billie Holiday, um, or like, you know, Sister Rosetta Thorpe. You know who I'm talking about. Marian Anderson. Just like, you know, I guess, you know, black women pioneers in music, because why not? If I could see a concert of these people, you know, who passed before I was born, it would be people like that. Probably Billie Holiday or Marian Anderson. When did hold on 1 second? Cause now I'm doubting myself about when. Cause I think Marian Anderson died before I was born, but I was surprised when I was. Cause I actually took some time to look up some people for this question. Cause I was like, who died before I was born? No, Marian Anderson died in 1993, bitch. I was born in 91. Okay, so Marian Anderson's off the table. So yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, so it's gonna be Billie Holiday or Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Uh, yeah, one of them. Thank you for this question. That really, really made me think. And I want to like seek out more answers to this question for myself. You know, I need to learn some things, or just go listen to some older music. Really, cause why not? Stuff is beautiful. All right, moving on. Dandelion the Dragon 1618 back at it again with the questions. Do you think mermaids, dragons, and fairies used to communicate with earthlings? And if so, why did they stop? So let me give you a picture of how my brain works. I had when I read this question, when I read this question, I have so many points where I want to ask you a question about your question before I answer the question. This bothers people in my real life. They'll ask me something, and instead of answering it, I'll ask a follow-up question because specificity and clarity is important to me. My brain works a little differently, so I need a certain type of clarity. So I asked follow-up questions, and I really wanted to ask follow-up questions. One of the follow-up questions I wanted to ask is, are mermaids, dragons, and fairies not also earthlings in this scenario? Are they not also creatures of the earth? Or are they aliens? That was one question. Not super important, but that was a question I had. Because I'm like, earthlings just indicates creatures of the earth, not just humans, right? So I'm like, wouldn't they also be earthlings? Um, the next point is that asking me if I think they used to communicate with earthlings slash humans presumes that I think they existed at all or exist at all. And I don't know if I do. I don't know if I do agree that they exist or existed. Um, but again, I don't know. I claim no supreme knowledge. Like, if they did communicate with humans, which I don't know why they would. You know, humans have written many stories about how intriguing humans are to fanciful creatures, but I don't know if we really would be. So, but if they did, and if they stopped, why did they stop? Cause we're terrible. Like, humans, humans can be beautiful and wonderful, amazing, and they can be awful and ugly. And I think, unfortunately, the awful, ugly side rears its head more often than not. So, if they did communicate with humans, they probably got screwed over somehow and then said, you know what, let's not do that. But I don't know if they have ever existed at all. It'd be cool if they did, though. Yeah, I think it'd be very cool. Like, I'm not here to be like, fairies ain't real. Fuck that. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't claim to know. It'd be cool though. All right, and our last question from Deadline Dragon 1618, who said, not the last question, just the last question from her, I believe. And she said, okay, I've asked enough questions. LOL. Happy 15 years making content. Thank you. What's your opinion on polyandry, women with multiple husbands? Do you think men in America are too territorial to allow polyandry? Oh, my laptop's finna die. Oh no. Hmm. Well, it is plugged in, but it's like, I think my laptop's dying at a faster rate than it is being charged. So we'll see who dies. If the stream dies, my laptop dies. I didn't think it would take this long, so that's on me. Polyandry, sure, why not? Sure, why not? Uh, do I think men in America are too territorial? I don't know. I don't know if territorial is the right word. I think before territorial, it's like they probably be concerned about like their masculinity, cause like, oh, my wife has another husband. How does that make me look as a man? Cause masculinity, and like that probably come before territorial. But of course, territorial is a thing with people of all genders. I think it can be an issue with any type of polyamorous situation. So I don't know if you mean legally, but I don't think uh, polygamy is legal either. I don't think um, polygyny, so like more than one wife. Like legally, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can have more than one husband either. Um, so I don't know if you mean legally or just like culturally. Uh, I don't know. I don't think most people are with any type of polyamory, in America, because we got weird ideas about. I mean, it's not weird to not want to be polyamorous. So like, but in general, I think America's very puritanical in terms of like sex and relationships. So more people are gonna be not polyamorous than are in general in America. So I don't know. And yeah, I think there's a lot. I think men would worry about how they look to other men, whether or not they'd be happy in a dynamic with multiple husbands. So any type of polyamory, I think, has to be very unique to the people within it. Like, there's no catch-all rules for doing it. Like, that's a really personal, like, individual, and now individual being part of a group thing. And there's just like, I guess the only rule is like communication, 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 uh, and strong boundaries. But I don't know, man. I don't know if that. I don't think any type of polyamory is ever going to become the norm unless there's some huge cultural shifts. But other than that, sure, why not? Sure, why not? All right. So, oh, okay, we're almost done. So maybe I can answer these before my laptop dies. We'll see. What do I consider my highest high and my lowest low? We've now entered the personal questions, and there's only 2 personal questions, so we might do it before the power goes. So I think my highest high was probably, it's about 10 years ago. I don't know if that's sad or not, but it's whatever. When I had saved up super hard. I had done a year of city year. I'd done a year with city year, and that whole time I was saving up my little stipend, because that summer, the summer of 2015, I went to California by myself. I spent a week in California taking a week-long workshop in body piercing and learning from, one of the people who popularized body piercing in the modern world, and just, people who have been in the game for a long time. This is something I'm interested in, if you didn't know. So I just remember feeling so empowered and capable during that time in my life. Because I had saved up money, and I went across the country by myself. My family was like, they go on like cruises and stuff, but for some reason they were like freaking out with me going to California. And I was just in the city doing, I'm on public transportation. I'm figuring out my way. I took a day trip to LA, found my way to the beach, found my way back, because I was in San Francisco. I was staying in San Francisco, so I took a day trip to LA, came back. It was pretty wild. I did a lot of things, and I just felt so empowered, self-empowered, and like capable and strong, and like amazed with myself, and just like amazed with everything I was seeing. I love to travel, so it was just great. That's probably like the highest high. I remember like going to Alcatraz and like looking out the water on the boat and just like being like, wow, I'm really here. Going to like the Hard Rock Cafe and like drinking a frozen margarita or whatever, just being a tourist and shit. Like it was great. Yeah, that might be my like highest high. I don't know. My lowest low. Lowest low. Wow. I don't know. It could be argued that any point in the last 6 months is my lowest low. Cause I don't know if I can you be lower? Can I be lower? Than, you know, the time immediately after losing your mom. And also, I don't know, there was a time pretty much right after her funeral where like several people in a row just treated me very poorly, and that was bad. Like I didn't like that. like why would y'all do that? at this time in my life. It's a pretty low then. Um, Extremely low immediately following my breakup in 2023. Super low. My first serious relationship ended in 2013. I was very low after that, but that I don't think. And it's like I could say it doesn't compare to now, but it's because it's 10 years, 12 years later. If I could feel that pain equally now, it's like, the lowest lows are, it's kind of hard to answer because I've had a lot of pain in my life. I felt a lot of pain. I've dealt with, people breaking my heart repeatedly, and I don't just mean romantically. I just mean like, people I love doing devastating things to me. Um, so there's been lows. I don't know if I want to claim a lowest low, but I guess if I claimed one, then I'm like, well, there's no going lower than that. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe the time after my mom's funeral when people were not treating me well, and I was not. It wasn't good for me. Wasn't good for me. Did I mention how I lost 2 dress sizes off straight depression? Did I mention that? Like, so I don't know. Lowest lows. It's kind of hard to answer, but I hope I have sufficiently probed some of my lows for you. All right. So the next and last question. I already know what it's gonna be. And then when I tell you this question makes me laugh because it hurts. Like, I don't even know if I want to. I included it because I'm okay with including it. But like, okay, let's get to the question. This is from one God bless one. And she said, "Hi. I remember when your house was robbed. Do you still have that house? Also, did you ever get back with your ex?" Nigga, this question, like, this question. Okay, let me check. Let me check the laptop battery. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Okay, this question. I'm like, I don't know if it's supposed to be, but this question is so like shady and hilarious to me because it's like, I don't know. It's just like reducing these huge, like, awful life experiences to just like, hey, remember that happened? How about that? Like, it's oh my gosh, because like one, okay, let me just answer the questions real quick. Just let me answer them in short form. Yes, I'm in that house right now. No, I did not get back with my ex. But let's run it back because my house wasn't just robbed, okay? It's not really what happened. It's maybe part of what happened, but I had someone very close to me suffered a psychotic break, and honestly, that was kind of bigger than the house, even though it involved. I knew I was gonna lose it on this question because, like, why would you say that? Okay, but yeah, I still have the house. And then we come to so that question's done. I'm not even gonna go back to that. Then we come to, also, did you ever get back with your ex? Also, did I ever indicate that was a possibility? Last time I checked, my ex left our relationship to be with another person, and as far as I know, they are still happy together. And if they are not, I don't know, because I don't check on that nigga because he broke my heart. What? Like, what? When did I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I said, I put this question last because I was like, it makes me laugh. Like, No, I did not get back with my ex. I don't know if there was ever an indication that that was something that was like possible or gonna happen, but like, mm mm. There's so much would have to happen. Like, I'm like, how much time do I have? How much time do I have? Cause like there's like to even speak. There's so many steps to even get to like a conversation, to even get back to like being people who talk to each other before being people who like are acquaintances, to being people who are like friends, being people who like are romantically like there's so like the way you ask this question, like anyway, I included the question because I'm not offended. I'm just, like I'm kind of offended, but like in a funny way. Like it's like you see me laughing. I'm laughing because it hurts, but like it's funny though because to just see my life events reduced to this question, this just asking like it's whatever is so trivial. I'm like, damn, that's really how it be. Um, I was gonna give a little more to this question, but time is running out. My laptop's dying, and I gotta go to bed because I have work in 8 hours. So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for your question, one. God bless one. Thank you for going there. I did say people could ask me deeply personal questions, and you said, you know what? You said there's some shit I want to know, and respect for you asking, respect for you asking non-anonymously. I think that's the reason why I included this. If you had asked me this anonymously, I probably still would include it because again, I'm not offended. But I have full respect that you asked this with your full YouTube chest. Uh, did I? Yeah, I answered the questions. Yes and no. Uh, thank you for your question. I was gonna open the floor next, I think. Yeah, but my laptop's dying, so if anybody, I don't think anybody's been watching this. I haven't kept track of the progress of the live stream. The point is for me to answer the questions, not really to like have a interactive party right now or anything. But leave the floor open for like 60 seconds. I don't think anybody's in here. Oh, there's actually one comment. Raven, me too. I wonder what you were saying me too about. Thank you for your comment. Has it been 60 seconds? I don't know. It's 12:50 and 30 seconds, so I'll leave the floor open for another 30 seconds. But yeah, thank you for all the questions. I appreciate it. I'm still laughing in my head about that last question. It's like I want to say things, but maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll come back. This wasn't so bad. Going live was not so bad. Had to be both a little more and a little less cognizant of what I'm saying. It's like I can't think too much, but I can't not think at all. It's different. It's different than filming because there are no second takes. So if I watch this back and hate everything I see, I'll probably take it down. But I probably won't because this seems fine. It is 12:51. I don't see any questions, which is great because I'm kind of ready to go. Wrapping up. Thank you for anyone who popped in or who watches the replay of this. Appreciate you. Yeah, thank you and goodbye. This has been fun. It's my first time ever live on the internet. Didn't go too bad. Didn't go too bad. Appreciate everybody who sticks around, even though I post just a few times a year, it seems sometimes, but I appreciate you all. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you next time. Good night and goodbye.